it's important to be able to celebrate important holidays with those of our family and friends.
Heading into the Easter long weekend with a rapid rise of COVID-19 in Alberta, what some are calling a sixth wave, Dr. Dina Hinshaw says we all know the drill. It's about taking your individual risk factors and not attending gatherings when you're sick, but also knowing if you're eligible for COVID-19 therapeutics like Paxlovid that shows success in reducing severe outcomes in those at highest risk. Although Alberta is pausing the use of another drug given by IV because of evidence it's not as effective against the current strain of the virus.
This is a good example of the monitoring of COVID-19 research that we continue to do and the adjustments that are made as evidence emerges.
Dr. Dina Hinshaw needing to defend relying on credible scientific evidence in a civil trial last week. Lawyers asking specifically why she didn't recommend unproven drugs with no scientifically proven benefits that still get traction on social media.
The ivermectin myth, or what I call the ivermectin cult, just won't go away despite the mounting evidence and the good clinical evidence that tells us that it does not work in the context of COVID.
As the Canada Research Chair in Public Health Law and Policy, Timothy Caulfield has been monitoring how a segment of the population latched on to early, now widely disproven or even withdrawn studies, ignoring growing clinical evidence that the anti-parasitic drug ivermectin, when used for COVID, does more harm than good.
It's not about science anymore. Ivermectin has become an ideological flag, which is a pretty stunning development.
And there are real-world consequences of this misinformation. Poison control hotlines, including Alberta's, getting an alarming number of calls from those experiencing side effects from veterinary-grade ivermectin intended for horses. Research out of the U.S. finding a correlation between political ideologies and those who use ivermectin.
You often see the idea that ivermectin is effective bundled with anti-vax rhetoric, bundled with individuals that are frustrated with the public health measures.
Caulfield saying it's a lot harder to convince someone of the evidence once misinformation has become part of their ideology. Just hopeful it doesn't keep those at high risk of complications from COVID-19, such as the unvaccinated or immunocompromised, from seeking scientifically valid treatments offered.
Anyone who is eligible should seek testing early when feeling mild symptoms like a sore throat or fever to be able to get the best benefit from these medications.
Only 700 of the available 16,000 Paxlovid pills have been used, with more on their way. In Edmonton, Carly Robinson, City News.